So you're feeling pain, tightness, stiffness, tension throughout your body, and you're looking for a way to release that tension so that you can start to move with ease again, so you can start to feel like yourself again. That's what I'm going to share with you in this video. My name is Catherine and I'm a fascia alignment coach and block therapy instructor. And this video will show you a simple way to start to release that tension, start to release that stiffness, that tightness that you're feeling, and something that you can stick with, that you can be consistent with, a simple routine. And all you need is a tightly rolled up towel. Each position you'll be staying in for a minimum of 3 minutes. So you can say to yourself, I've got 3 minutes a day to be able to start this consistent program to get rid of that tension, get rid of that stiffness, and start to release all that tension in my body. So the first position we're going to do is the belly position. Regardless of where the pain is, we want to connect to the breath and start to pump that breath throughout the body. Start to connect to the diaphragm. So we want to place the block or the towel horizontally where the belly button is. So you'd use the block therapy block or just a tightly rolled up towel. And there should be a link on my screen now showing you how to roll up a towel. So just find your belly button area and you're going to add some pressure. Then you can do this sitting down just by placing your hands and leaning forward into the towel or the block. Or you can come to the mat or the bed and lie on top of the towel. So just slowly lower yourself down, finding roughly that belly button area. You can stay up on your elbows or you can lie down completely. The one rule is your breath is your guide. So you want to be making sure we're always breathing in a relaxed way. So you want to be breathing in and out through the nose if you can, and breathing in for a count of 4, and you want to be breathing from the diaphragm, from the belly. So as you breathe in, you want to feel yourself lifting up on the towel. And then as you exhale for a count of 6, you want to feel your body sinking into the towel. Imagine that belly button's going to the back of the spine. Now we want to make sure we're not causing any strain to the shoulders or the upper body. So get some support cushions to support you. We want to make sure those shoulders are back and down and not hunched up into the neck. Or if it feels comfortable for you, you can come all the way down and lie flat on the mat or the bed. Now you will feel pain and maybe pressure and tension in this area. This is due to undigested food, waste that's not been eliminated, and also inflammation in this area. And you want to stay in this position for a minimum of 3 minutes. And then when you're ready to move, place your hands underneath your shoulders and exhale up and out of position. So in that belly position we've just done, we've started to connect to the breath, we've started to pump that oxygen in the body, and we've also started to relax the body. Now the breath is always your guide, so if that took your breath away and you couldn't do that position, try alternative ways. Loosen the towel if it's too tight. If you're on the floor, go to a bed. If you're lying down, come to seated and add the pressure. So if all you do is the first position for 3 minutes a day, you will start to help your body to release the tension, release that stiffness, and connect to that parasympathetic state where you can start to rest, digest and heal. Another position you can do is to help with the arms. So we're going to be releasing the hand, and the hand can be locking us out of alignment. So when our shoulders may round forward and we collapse into the core, our arms may rotate, and as we're walking, our palm may face the back of the body. So we need to release the hand in order to be able to release the rest of the arm to then release the shoulder. So this position will help you start to release the hand. So do this on a bed or do this on a mat. So get your tightly rolled up towel, and we're going to be placing it underneath the bottom on the sacrum. So just lie down, lift those hips up, and then place the towel on the sacrum. Now what you want to do is place your hands to sandwich it in. So lift your hips up again, and then put your hand in. It can be on the wrist, just on the hand, wherever you feel comfortable, and then you sandwich that in. And then you want to connect to that breath again. You can place your hand on your stomach if that helps you feel that the breath is coming from the diaphragm. So breathing in for a count of 4, and then feel that belly expand, and then breathing out for a count of 6, really feeling that belly going small. And then you want to search for pain. So you want to be searching for where the pain is, making very small movements. You can just move your legs to one side, and then you'll feel a different, and then if it's not causing you too much pain, you could lift your leg up and then just go through the motions. Your breath is always guiding you. If you take yourself to a place where you're taking too much pain and you can't breathe in a relaxed way, just go back to where you could breathe in that relaxed way. And you want to stay here for 3 minutes, and when you've done that, just lift up, give that hand a shake, and then place the other hand underneath, doing exactly the same on the other side for, again, a minimum of 3 minutes. So those two positions, if you do those two positions, you'll start to release that tension. Now there's one other position I'm going to show you today, and that's getting to the foundations, the feet. So in the feet, there's a lot of restriction that's holding us out of alignment. If we don't change the foundation, we're not then able to change anything else up the chain. So the feet are really driving what's happening to the rest of the body. So we want to release those feet. Now there's a few different ways you can release the feet. One of the ways is standing on the towel and releasing the foot. And another way is working in between the webbing. So what you can do to stand on the towel is just place the towel on a mat. Again, you can do this sitting down, or you can do it standing up and have a worktop, and then place your foot in the middle, and then you want to add some pressure. So by either leaning into the towel, or you can stand up and add some pressure, and you want to stay here for a minimum of 3 minutes. Now it's really important that you don't hyperextend the leg that's on the towel, so that you want to make sure there's always a bend in there, and you can add some more pressure by adding the foot on. And then just searching from left to right, searching for where that pain is. And then when you've done one side, you can then change and do the other side. Another way to release the feet is to use your hands. So in between each toe, you want to get a finger and you want to get right down into the webbing, spreading those toes as wide as you can and really pushing into it so you can feel that connection, feel that pain. And you want to stay here for 3 minutes. Now this does take a longer time to do in between each toe for 3 minutes, but it's really worth it because the changes that happen when you're working your feet affects everything else up the body. So even if you can only do 1 minute in between each toe, it's going to have an impact. And you can do this while you're watching TV, while you're reading, whatever it might be, so that you can just add this into daily life. And if it's too uncomfortable to do it like this, you can always get things to support you. So I have a wooden dowel which is really long, so you can sit in a seat and then you can place that in between the toes and then you can push down. And this you can use a pencil, but this longer stick allows you to sit up if you have difficulty getting to your feet. And then once you've done that, you can then go to the next toe and then again 3 minutes in there. And we also want to be connecting to that breath. So any way that feels comfortable for you, pushing down, getting right into that webbing. So there are 3 positions or 4 positions that you can do. The first one, the belly position, connecting to that diaphragm. Even if you just do that every day, you're going to help to start to increase that oxygen in the body, connecting to that breath. And when we're breathing diaphragmatically, we're increasing the oxygen, 6 times more oxygen in the body from when we chest breathe. And that'll help the body to function better and start that flow again in the body. Then if you can do the next position, releasing the hand, placing the towel underneath the sacrum and the hand in there, that will start to release the restrictions in the arm and the upper body. And then if you can do the foot position, standing on the towel and also working it in between the toes, we start to get to the foundation. So this is something that you can start straight away to start to get rid of that tension, that tightness, that stiffness that you're feeling in your body. And then once you keep doing this consistently, you'll notice a change. I'd love to know what you notice and what you're feeling, so let me know. And if you're looking for a full class, I do online classes twice a week. There's a link in the description. In these classes, we cover the whole body, but just get started with these 3 positions and commit to doing them 3 minutes each position every day and see the changes for yourself, not only in your body, but also how you feel. You'll start to feel more relaxed and this will start to release that tension that you're feeling. So thanks for watching and I hope to see you in class soon.